tests for the Rogers Police Department fairly easy because of all the hard work I put into wrestling, and every wrestling kind of just played a whole role into my whole life. There's not a single life lesson that I didn't get from wrestling almost. It just seems like it just plays into my life so much, and it's going to for the rest of my life. Every time I have my head down, I just hear his voice tell me to keep my head up, whether it's on a jog or thinking about something. My head's always up now. I still hear that phrase of no one cares how you feel. And it just, one of the things that just stays with me is like, you know what, that's right. Nobody cares how I feel. So I may as well just quit the pity party and start doing what I need to do to get better, whatever it's at. So, thank you for giving me this opportunity, Coach. And I'm glad to have spent my last 4 years here at this college.
Yeah, man. Rich or anyone else that, Elisa, I guess, anybody that wants to chime in, the floor is open.
I'll make a quick comment. I appreciate this is about wrestling, but I appreciate, Evan, that you've been a good citizen. Whether that's the work in the halls, the work in the student union, whether it's just meeting people on the sidewalk and saying good morning. And it's regardless of how hard they might have been working you, the rest of us saw this happy man and know that there's value in being that. And that I know I sure appreciate it.
Thank you. Mom and Dad, we'll give you a floor. I'd be remiss if I didn't give you an opportunity. Thank you, Rich.
Definitely.
Okay.
Mom?
Go ahead.
Can I? Okay. I remember, 5 years ago, Evan and I were talking about his wrestling, and he was about a 50-50 wrestler. And we were talking about him being able to go to college in wrestling. And we watched that year's state finals. And I told him, I guarantee you, whoever scores the first takedown, 90% of the time is going to win the championship. And they did. And Evan made a commitment to become more offensive in his wrestling. We bought a wrestling mat, 10 foot by 10 foot, put it in the garage. And over that summer, 110 degrees outside, we're in that garage sweating our tails off, reworking how he wrestles. And, that's one of the, it's a great memory for me. It goes a lot further than that, Evan is, respects his mom and dad. And I think that's to his credit, because he is what you would call a good son, because he's always willing to help us. He works hard, and he's willing to try. And I think I've seen that. And I started laughing once. I think it was his first year there when he calls me up and he tells me, Dad, this is the first time I've ever cried in practice. I worked so hard, but he stuck with it. And, his transformation from just wanting to be more and more disciplined, wanting more and more to invest in his career, to invest in his work at school, to becoming the student that he is and has become, he has lived up to the challenge that I gave him and my two other sons, is not to be like me, but to be better men than I've been. So, Evan, you're on that road, buddy. You're on that road.
Y'all did good. All right. Mom, anything else to add? And
No, I don't think I'd make it if I started to talk.
okay.
But I told Evan, he said they asked him what your family thought about him being a police officer. And I told him, I said, Evan, I still see you as a 10-year-old little boy. I'll never see you as a grown man in a police officer's uniform. I just can't even imagine. And when he said he was going to take a police car home the other day, I said, oh my gosh, the thought of Evan driving a police car just boggles my mind. But because I still see him as this little kid, but he's not. So he's grown up. But yes, I did send some of those emails, but that was a team effort, me and Evan, when he was trying to be recruited, because that was sometimes he was a little sluggish and we had a deadline. So it's like, Evan, did you send, have you sent that? No, I forgot. Can you send it real fast? Fine, but you need to call Coach Leroy. You need to call these coaches. You need to be doing this. So yes, there were times where I did send an email so that otherwise it would be a little late. So I did push him a lot. He'll have to admit that recruiting process was a team effort, him and I, because I had to push him sometimes. So
you were the manager. I was doing the other work. You were doing the managing.
He did the hard work. That's right. I was managing him. That's exactly what I was. I was his manager.
Well, you all made the trip, and like I said, you arrived in front of us on that visit, and I'm just grateful for all the effort that had facilitated that to happen either way. However, it takes a village, right? So
that's right.
Thank you all.
Thank you. We appreciate you guys too. All the coaches, he spoke very highly of all of you. So we appreciate you being there when we couldn't be there.
And we still remember the president's speech when the class just came in. If you're going to be all in or not, you have to be all in. And through the years, we've seen Evan just continually be all in with his wrestling, his schoolwork, and everything. And it's been amazing.
Yes, he did. President Dunsworth, I don't know if you remember that, but you said that at that first, whatever that was at the beginning. And you said, you're all in or you're not. And we told Evan, what are you? Are you all in or are you not? Because we're leaving you here, you gotta know. And he said, I'm all in. I got this. I'm all in. So we appreciate you saying that though, because you kind of made us push him to decide, are you sure? We're leaving you 2,000 miles away. Are you sure? This is what you want. So.
Well, he lived up to it. He lived up to it. So I'm going to unmute everyone so that we can cheer Evan real quick, and then we will end and celebrate your reaching this point, Evan. So I'm gonna go ahead and ask everyone to unmute, and we just give some love to Evan Sharpe.
Thank you, guys.
Yes,
Evan.
Way to go. Hey, I love you, Evan.
So proud of you, Evan.
Love you too.
I love you, bro.
All right.
That's cute.
Well, thank you all for coming, and thank you for Evan, all your commitment and walking the talk and living the values and ideals that our program is all about, man. I thank you for trusting us and believing in that. Thank you. So
thank you.
Pay it forward to someone else. That's
Absolutely. It. My wrestling team will hear the same thing that I did. So
great.
Thank you, Coach.
All right. Thank you all.
Bye,
Thanks,
Evan. See you
everybody.
later. Love you, Evan.
Bye, Evan.
Good job, y'all.
Cheerleader.
Chest up tall when your high knees.
Get it. Move back. Pull the hip down. Good. Up. Pull the hip. Pull the hip. Bump forward. Don't just hang here. Bump. There you go. Good. Pull the hip down.
Do you know about that? See, that's one of those things. Who's the kill? Who's kills Adam? Fuck, Chris Anderson.
We're up. Out of his lap. Good, Evan. Good. Pull it down. Snap. Circle. Good. Inside.
Is that why?
About the same size as
Yeah.
everybody.
Dude, that's like, it's like